Reactions are trailing the lawsuit filed by the Obidient Lawyers Forum, demanding that NDC presidential candidate Peter Obi be provided maximum security ahead of the 2027 election. The suit named President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and top government officials as defendants, citing Peter Obi's recent statement that he may not be alive to contest the election. Human rights lawyer Kingdom Okere referenced the unresolved murder of Funsho Williams as a warning of what happens when political figures are left unprotected. Let's take a look.
The presidential candidate of the NDC and our principal in the Obidient movement, he has alerted the whole world that his life is under threat by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, by the government and the agencies of the Tinubu administration. And we are here simple. We have come to court to enforce his fundamental right, and we are praying that he should be provided adequate security. We don't want another Funsho Williams in Nigeria. You people know that of recent, Peter Obi, in a very viral video, claimed that he won the 2023 presidential election. He said it, it's online, you Google it, he said that he won the 2023 presidential election. And the implication is that Tinubu and the former INEC chairman, Yakub Mahmoud, stole his mandate. And Peter Obi is warming up to reclaim his mandate in the 2027 presidential election. And it's a similar scenario that happened in Lagos State. Like more than 20 years ago, even all the security agencies in Nigeria, the DSS, the police, nobody has come out to say who killed Funsho Williams or how Funsho Williams died. Funsho Williams died in Lagos while he was said to be warming up, to contest the 2023 governorship election in Lagos State, to reclaim his mandate that he believed that was stolen. So we don't want similar scenario. Peter Obi must not be another victim of political assassination. He must freely go to any part of the country, to campaign and engage people. Sell his manifesto, tell Nigerians about his ideology to bring this nation out of poverty and corruption.
All right, Rufai, the lawsuit has divided Nigerians, some calling it a necessary step to protect an opposition candidate, others dismissing it as political theater. Your thoughts?
Whatever they say.
Yeah.
Oji.
And Dr. Abati, you have to help me here because you are an alumnus of government. Obi must be provided with security. And I think it's the responsibility of state. And that's what I want to ask you. Dr. Abati, are there provisions for security once somebody becomes a presidential candidate by the states?
Well, when you are a person exposed to risk,
yes,
for political reasons, there is what they call VIP protection.
Okay.
The problem with Nigeria is that it has been abused. Okay. But you have to apply, and the authorities will consider the risk, and they can assign to you for your protection, maybe DSS,
okay,
maybe civil defense, maybe policemen, persons who have been adjudged to have been trained in the direction of VIP protection. It's the abuse that is the problem.
I know.
But a person that is exposed to risk can seek protection of the state.
Thank you for that. The second question we should now ask is, has Obi applied for that? Because we're supposed to apply, like Dr. Abati said.
You have to apply.
Has he applied for that? Because, like he said rightly, Oji, today is the 20th anniversary of Funsho Williams' death.
Yesterday.
Yes. Is it only Funsho Williams? Yeah. The Attorney General of the country was killed. Uncle Bola Ige. Nothing came out of it. We've had other political killings. This guy in Ekiti was killed. Daramola. Nothing came out of it. Marshal Harry was killed. Nothing came out of it.
Suliat
Adedeji was killed. Nothing came out of it. We can go on and on and on as regards
Dikpo Dino in Ogun State.
DD Direct of blessed memories. Nothing came out of it. So please, if people are calling, and because there were some states Obi went to that people have said he has to come and meet them before he gets security. And true to type, gunshots happened around where he was. So this man must be protected because we must not hear stories. So people can say anything they want to say and say, oh, maybe them Kingdom Okere, why are they pushing this and all of that? Oji, there's a valid point in all of this. They must provide security for Obi. It has to be said. And nothing must happen to Obi. He must see the next election. He must see beyond the next election. We repeat, nothing must happen to Peter, Gregory, Obi.
Well, all right. Meanwhile, the
That
president...
sounds like advocacy.
Yes, that's what we do on the table.
Please, let me say it again.
But that's what we do
Let me say it again. In fact, let me now put it
We were just advocating for the children to be released and the pastor's wife.
Let me say it again.
All right, Rufai.
We must not have any kind of fictitious accidents.
All right, Rufai.
We must not have any form of crash. We must not have any form of anything that will happen to Peter, Gregory. What's his Igbo name again?
It's Obi now, Peter Obi.
Somebody change Gregory to Gregory.
Let's go.
You remember? No, in the last election, somebody changed Gregory to Gregory.
All right, Rufai said nothing must happen to Peter, Gregory, Dr. Abati, not Gregory. Obi. Meanwhile, the presidency has described Peter Obi as a political nomad who keeps jumping parties for personal ambition. Presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga made the statement in a post on X describing Peter Obi's recent interview where he asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to retire as a PR disaster. I'll read Bayo Onanuga's post on X in part. He wrote, "Tinubu is unlike you, Peter Obi. You were elected governor under the platform of AFGA. In 2007, you swore with your children and even by the hospital bedside of Ikemba, Odumegu, Ojukwu, that you would never leave the party. Not a man of your words. You abandoned AFGA after your second term and joined the PDP. You were in the PDP when you ran with the perennial presidential contender and loser, Atiku Abubakar, in 2019. Your presidential pair lost to Muhammadu Buhari and Yemi Osibajo of the APC. You did not wait to rebuild the vanquished PDP. Instead, you pursued your selfish interests by joining the Labour Party. You ran as the party's candidate in 2023. You lost the election and came third behind Atiku and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Labour Party fell into a serious leadership crisis after the election, with campaign funds in your possession not fully accounted for. Instead of waiting to solve the crisis and rebuild it into a formidable group like a good leader will do, you again chickened out. You teamed up with Atiku to hijack the political group called African Democratic Congress, a special purpose vehicle, when you found out that you would not be able to clinch the group's presidential ticket in a free and fair primary election. You didn't hesitate to jump ship to join the court-registered NDC, promoted by a former governor, Senator Seriki Dixon. It is not in doubt that if the NDC fails to deliver what you want, you are not far away from the exit door. You would shamelessly migrate to yet another party. You do not build. You always want to reap where you did not sow. Ayo, over to you.
Okay. All right. So as earlier this week, I talked about.
Can Ayo speak?
Let me speak first.
That's a busy Igbo name. I found
Okay, you Googled it. Google is our best friend.
Okay, I have to get it.
Go ahead.
So earlier this week, because of our time.
Mwabwasi Obi. Look at the attack. Go ahead.
Because of our time. Because of our time. Let me not. I mean, he said a lot of things which is not new. A lot of the criticisms, and I think we've talked about this, especially when at the point where Mr. Peter Obi joined the NDC, and there has been a trailing or just a record of how he has been able to move from party to party for whatever reason. There have been talks about sabotage, this and that, but for whatever reason, it has been said that he moves from party to party. However, Oji, this morning, I want to talk about the presidential spokesperson, because I believe that conversations like this ought to be left to the spokesperson to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign office. The reason I'm saying this is because there's been a lot of criticism and talk, but I want this same fervor and obsession to be addressed to matters of critical, national importance.
Critical national importance.
I do not think till now that Mr. Bayo Onanuga has released a statement around the Kaduna killings. I don't think until now, Mr. Bayo. So what I'm saying is that, yes, I know this is election season, but I also believe that there's a place for accountability to the people whose mandate you stand on, which is to give them reports. And my concern is that there's so much focus and talk about a candidate, or sometimes, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, that we do not see the process of governance rigorously and properly done. And so what I would prefer is that let the campaign office of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu deal with his opponents in the next elections. And let the presidential spokesperson speak to the Nigerian people, since the president himself has not spoken to the Nigerian people. So let the presidential spokesperson speak to them. I'm talking about the interview, just on this final point. A lot of points have made that in this country, and that's why I keep talking even about ministers that are accountable. They are the ones who come under fire the most. The ones that don't talk at all, whether you want to know what they are doing or not, don't come under any fire. So Mr. Peter Obi continues to subject himself to interviews and conversations and interrogations. Not once has I have not heard Alhaji Atiku Abubakar come out for a conversation. The president, who has the mandate of the people, has not come out to speak to the media in a formal interview. That is the accountability that we should ask for more. That is what we should be calling up for more.
A quick sentence, please. We have more on politics.
Mr. Bayo, don't look at that you're accusing somebody of moving around. President Tinubu went from SDP in 1993 to AD, from AD to ACN, from ACN to AC. What's it called? What's the party now? APC.
Yes.
How many political parties are that ones?
I think you've just mentioned 4. But yes, all right, quickly.
The point to note is that the Nigerian Constitution recognizes the freedom of choice. You can move from as many political parties to the other, as long as you think that is where you will succeed. The other point is that no crime has been committed.
That's the main point, really.
The third point is that all of this is just distractions.
All right, good.
Personality attacks. Nigerians want to hear, what are you proposing? What is your contract with the people?
All right.
When you get there, what do you intend to do? Ideas, not insults and personality attacks.
Well said. Dr. Abati, more on politics. I'll come to you on this one.